My friends, my family, my nation, my cover killer nation. Welcome to 2013. Yeah, it's been here for a couple of days. I understand that, but it is time for us to speak directly about the state of the union, the state of the music, the state of the metal, the state of the nation here in 2013. A couple of years ago, I used this very address to address the fact that it was going to be the year of the album reviewer. And a couple of years later, we now sit, stand, we rise! Because, once again, the album review nation that we have forged, the album review community that we have begun, the revolution that we have been a part of, whether as a reviewer or whether as simply a viewer, here on YouTube, has certainly gotten us very, very far. It's gotten us to the point where one of our own, the Needle Drop, the one who we seem to speak about each and every year, has reached 100,000 subscribers. It's gotten to the point where this very channel, Cover Killer Nation, has come close now to 10,000 subscribers, where millions of views literally pour in each and every year to find out about the music that is being released. For everybody who seems to think that the CD is dying, for everybody who seems to think that music is dying, you need only look at this community. You need to only look at the tireless and dedicated warriors who constantly speak about the music that has come and even the music that has passed, to realize and understand that music is still alive and well, and there is tons out there aside from just what is heard on the radio. There is a large world of music out there that constantly begs for discovery, that begs that it will be heard, interacted with, and these artists who tirelessly work on it, who work on this craft because it is the music that they love, not the money that they lust for, they are asking that we hear. They are asking that we listen. 2013, the theme of this State of the Union is hope, it's change, and it is a better tomorrow. Because there are some things that have happened. There are some things that occurred over the past 12 months that perhaps have made things a little bit wavery, that have perhaps made things a little bit concerning. There's been the concern that perhaps CDs aren't going to make it for the next couple of years. There's that concern that everybody out there seems to only listen to things for the wrong reasons. There's a concern that individuality in music listening and individuality is something that really is kind of dying. People are listening to things because those who they wish to be around listen to the same things. They kind of grow to love it for that reason. Where is that individualism? Where is that individual searching? Which tends to make the music that we find all of that much more amazing. Well, it's out there. It really is. I'm not saying that it is not, because there are many people. There are many people who are using all of the services that allow us to sample before we buy. Things such as Spotify, things such as iTunes, things such as those neat and handy little headphone machines at the stores that allow them to explore far reaches and new styles of music. The hope and change that I'm hoping to propose here is not so much in the fact that there's going to be viability for CDs for years to come, which will keep me in business, but no. Instead, it's the fact that vinyl will continue to do all the more to kind of have a resurgence, to have an importance amongst music fans. That wax is certainly one of those pure substances that people will lust for and zest for, and build new collections, must I say. Because this is something that is as classic and as timeless as the radio, and something that actually boasts some of the best quality sound that you're going to find. These new vinyls are high quality. The individualism, I have a feeling, is going to right itself, and it's going to right itself because of people like you, people like me, people like all of the plethora of reviewers on YouTube, people like that, who are willing to really take that bold and dedicated leap to actually listening to something that just comes up randomly. Either that or just piecing together a name. Whether it be something that you have been longing to listen for and looking for, or if you just type in the first 3 words that come to mind and listen to the first 3 things that come to mind, maybe, just maybe, you'll find something that's for you. It's that lust and longing. It's that desire in order to find something new and discover something that's perhaps not on your radar. that really makes the musical journey that of an enriching, positive, and mind-blowing, constant, and infinite, life-affirming ideal. We stand here, sit here, we rise here in 2013 with a bold explanation and a bold statement for the remainder of the world, and that's the fact that we aren't dead, we'll never die, and trends are not transcendent. The reason why something is trendy is for the same reason it's always been. It's a temperamental release. A lot of these things that really enter into the minds and really swoop the nation or the world are those of a temporary fix. Something that catches on, but fickleness is what kind of removes it from our status quo. The reason why so many things have come and gone with such quickness, with such ferocity, and taking no prisoners is the reason because it settles a need that is perpetuated for a short period of time, but then quickly swoops away. Bieber has now become One Direction, and One Direction is already really at risk of becoming a memory because they are already seeking for the next one. And the next one's already being proposed. I mean, Fred Durst and Limp Bizkit may have come back in 2011 and now they're on Young Money Records, but really, is Young Money Records going to be all of that important here in a couple of years? Is that going to be a wise business decision? Or is it truly Maybach? Is it going to be Gent that's going to be the wave of tomorrow? Or is it going to be something that perhaps enters into the life's blood here in 2013? Is it something that's going to inject itself into the nation? Is thrash going to continue to dominate? Is prog going to continue to be on the rise to the point where there's publication, to the point where there's prog awards now, to the point where it seems as though the rich future of music seems to be taking a more progressive turn? I've been kind of thinking this is going to be going in this direction for the past couple of years, but now it seems as though the fruition is upon us. It seems as though the prophecy, bold, a couple of years ago is now one that is not quite all of that bold. Now one that almost seems morbidly obvious. Death metal, black metal, the resurgence, will it be? Is it going to be something else? Is it going to be something new, something fresh? Will deathcore make it to another winter with the same level of support that it has currently? We've lost a lot of people. We've gained a lot of newcomers. There's been many things that have happened. So really, are we all of that dead? Is there really any sort of death knell that is anywhere close? Simply because the 2013 quarter four didn't match that of 2011? Well, of course not! We didn't have a goddamn Adele this year! And that's no strike against Adele. No, instead, this is going to be something that's spread out. It's going to be something where legions of new music fans are going to come along and they're going to discover new things. They're not going to be restrictive, I would hope. And that would be my plea for all of you guys in 2013. Most of you already get this idea, so I'm really targeting this more so at the audience that comes by. You know, just stops by and wonders what this is all about. The people that you spread it to. The people that take the time to actually listen to the message of a crafty, crudgety old veteran about to enter his 29th year on this earth. His 29th opportunity to listen to music as far as a year is concerned, in his 4th or 5th season of doing so on a public basis. Expand your horizons. Continue to seek new things. That is where the hope and change will occur, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a bold political statement about where the world will be come December the 31st, 2013. This is not a political statement as to where we're going to be financially, where we're going to be politically responsibly, whether there's going to be uprisings, whether there's going to be successions, whether there's going to be additions, Puerto Rico, whether there's going to be this or that. No, this is purely and simply for the music, ladies and gentlemen. We have regained one of our own in 3 Creation in the past couple of months. Our hopes is that that annexation will continue to bring fruit as he continues to look at albums old and new. We welcome you back, my friend, Austin. You were a tremendous member of this community before, and your loss was definitely one that was hard hit, should I say. But now that you are back, I heartfelt wish you the best of luck, because we have missed you. We have people such as Mackenzie Keefe, Macasaur, who've been releasing EPs. Have you listened to them? You really should. They're good stuff. We have newcomers like Fulton Reviews, who has been able to bring amazing reviews of both music and beer. Is the outrage, is truly the wave of tomorrow in expansion? Are we merely just restricted to music? Here in the Cover Killer Nation, we started playing games and just having fun, entertaining for entertainment's sake. So we sit, we stand, we rise here in 2013 to showcase that we are more than just a bunch of angry, alienated people that talk about heavy metal, that, you know, niche genre that has been shunned to the other side by those who don't understand it. Why? Because I've made a video. Cover Killer Nation has passed an edict in the form of a video as to why people hate it and why they shouldn't. And I've also passed an edict as to why they should love it. And why, whenever somebody loves it, it should not be seen, it should not be understood as a negative thing. My proposition and my promise to you here in 2013 is to continue with the album reviewing that I've done. It is to continue to entertain you in any way possible, even if it includes breaching the gap and going to other avenues such as movies, such as video games, such as anything. It's not going to be something that's just going to include the metal universe, much like 2012 and 2011 both prophesized. This is something that's going to continue to get even bigger. And I propose, and I promise to you, that here in 2013 I will continue to drive and continue to push the understanding as to why music is such an important facet to our universe and why you should never, ever worry if somebody is listening to the genre of heavy metal. Its fruits bear tremendous things. And why nobody should ever be ashamed to be an indie fan. Why nobody should be ashamed to listen to underground rap. Why nobody should be insulted because they listen to something that no one else has ever heard of and not Lil Wayne or not Drake. Why somebody could actually stand up and say that they love somebody like Kendrick Lamar or Wiz Khalifa or whoever it might be without fear of having somebody call them stupid for it. I might insult a lot of bands. I may generate and give you my opinion on many bands that I find to be very, very bad, in my opinion. But if in your opinion they're very, very good, what's my opinion? It's just an opinion, just like yours. I will continue to tell you guys not to be dissuaded. I will continue to tell you guys to continue to listen, to continue to ingest this music, this substance of life that seems to consume us, those of us who are obsessed. That obsession, that consumption, that feeling that we get is something that we are opting to share to everybody. And that is where the brighter tomorrow comes in. The brighter tomorrow is the invitation. You guys accepting the invitation, becoming consumed, swallowing this musical substance, this musical elixir that's going to grant you the ability to feel all sorts of different emotions, that's going to explain your life in a way in which you could not think possible. This brighter tomorrow starts with one click on something that you've never heard before. It starts with one period of exploration. One moment where you opt to step outside of your little box, your friendly little confines, and go to the dark side, or go to the dance side, or go to the indie side, or go to the jazz or the blues side. You go somewhere that you've never gone before. The fear, of course, is that you may never come back. But there's no reason for that. You can still go to the dark side, the indie side. You could go to the jazz side, the underground rap side, and still maintain your previous loves. The brighter tomorrow is the fact that your universe will become larger and expand as our own universe does and become more. My hopes are that we're able to continue to expand this universe of ours, Cover Killer Nation, and become larger, bigger, spread to more, countries, more communities, more individuals. Not pure subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. Just more people who are watching and understanding that music is something that will never die. It is something that we will constantly consume and constantly revere. And that should never change. Never, ever. So as we enter 2013 with bold, bold faces and smiles from ear to ear, we need not worry. We need not concern ourselves with the troubles that befell us in previous years, previous months, or previous eras. The only era that is of concern to us is the one that is right in front of us. The present and the future are all that we can change at this moment, so that is what we aim to change. Let's change it. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful 2013, and I hope and pray to every metal god out there that you will stick with me throughout this year. And together, we will continue to forge the revolution that we have started.